millions and millions, hundreds of millions of women are being mutilated, and not a word. I've seen so many women, so many of these liberal feminists constantly talk about either gender wage gap, they talk about women's sports and how the women should be making more money on the sports,
Yeah.
and um, false sexual assault allegations that women should be able to get away with. Believe all women for some reason, even though women lie, much like everyone else lies because they're human beings, right?
Yeah.
But they don't talk about something that actually I can get on board with, is ending genital mutilation and female genital mutilation. And these people are quiet. I've not seen a single one of any of the liberal feminists ever talk about it. And when I say that, I mean the influencers. I've seen certain liberal feminists who are of higher regard, who have made a name for themselves, who've sold books. Some of them, like maybe 2 or 3, and that's it. The vast majority talk about nonsense arguments, nonsense things that doesn't concern them or doesn't help them, doesn't help anyone except for them to make more money. But why do you think there is not that these women who are champions of women, these feminists, arch feminists, I like to call them feminazis, why don't they talk about this very important subject, especially since it's happening also in the West?
Yep. So I think there's a few reasons. First of all, I think these women just enjoy being victims. I think they're so traumatized by the lack of having a father, a good father figure. A lot of these women, like when you actually look at these women and you look at their childhoods, this is just Western brainwashing. Like we are literally brainwashed. Like the education system and all the like university. I feel like you just turn out like that because that's the opinion that's circulating, and you just kind of absorb it. And until you actually think like, is this even true? Like, do I even want to hold these beliefs? Like, how are these beliefs holding me back? You're not going to get anywhere. And that's the mainstream view nowadays, is to hate men and to think that.
Before you continue, I want to ask you, and I already know the answer because you already said it. I just want to like clarify for the audience: the people who hurt you, the people who held you down, the people who strapped you down, the people who, hurt you physically, were all women. As you said, the people who held you down
Incident.
were women, not men.
Yeah, this particular incident, when I got caught, they were all women. Every other thing, yes, is men. But the female genital mutilation was done to me by another woman. And it always, majority of the times, is done by another woman. Because they want to protect the woman's, genitals. They don't want a man to come in and look like, because that's